Welcome back to Giro3 YouTube channel. In this video we are rebuilding a DAIWA DC-7011 controller. This controller, we'll put this thing back in the plastic bag so we don't end up damaging it anymore. Got a lot of scratches on that. So this controller is made up of several controllers. Number one, normally I don't get the casings in this good a condition. I could do a bit more cleaning up. There's a bit of a scuff mark up in here, but I think and the internals need a bit of a clean up. But in all intents and purposes, when you compare it to this one, you might not think it's that bad, but when you actually look and you pull a sticker off, that's blue and that is green. But the inside is okay. The side, there's just sunlight and there's a sticker on the back. It shows you how bad these are. They just go to this really dark green colour. So when I see that, and then you get like a nick on it, or a chip, or a scratch, and it's back to blue again. And I've tried cleaning these up. It's sun damage, or some other damage that's causing a chemical reaction. May even be cigarette smoke that's getting on it and like etching it. It's like, yeah, it's just yuck. So these ones are, in all intents and purposes, in very good condition. Actually, if I remove the sticker, well, there was a sticker anyway, but there's the glue from the sticker. I've got to clean it up yet, but these are in, this one's actually in really good condition. I'll show you the other one. So it's got a few scratches on it, but you end up with the same colour. Has the original sticker on the back of this, so I'll just do a bit more cleaning up on that. She'll be good to go. So the actual I've already put the transformer on. And I realised I better start recording this, so I put the transformer onto a sub chassis that came that I got somewhere else. It might have been with those casings, but the guts I'm using, the whole internals I'm using, is one that I refurbished, and basically, so yeah, we've got the all the direction switches in, and a little bit of wiring done. I've refurbished the potentiometer in this one, where he's marked them, and I've gone through and done the gearing. This one has, if you can see down in here, there looks like a spring on the actual one of the gears. That's to stop it slipping. So yeah, and I've replaced the actual first drive gear off the pulley. That one that moves the fastest in there, because they generally all split. So basically this is all sort of getting ready to go. I'm just going to make up several, hopefully come back over here a bit again. In this one I've actually done the normal mods I normally do to these. I've put on a 12 volt voltage regulator, capacitor, and two diodes coming in, as I probably mentioned before, with an output to go to the LED on this LED here for the on switch, and 12 volt, well, flared out again, and make my reflector for the back of this flared out again, sorry about that. That goes behind this, and these, oh we go again, flaring out again. Two LED strip lights, these are 12 volts. So they'll hook up straight up to this little socket. Oh, it's got a little socket on the end of this. An IDC, a little socket I've got on here, a little plug I should say. So they'll plug in and plug off so I can get to it. I've also put in a IC socket on top of the IC, under the IC, and I've also put a multi-turn trim pot. I think it's a 15 turn, as well as putting in a covered fuse holder. These things would not pass current day regulations, because the PC, the actual fuse holder is totally exposed on the PC board, which wouldn't pass. So this one has now gone to an M205, and it is covered. And also I cover the back here with a really thick tape to keep prying fingers away from the back of the live tracks that are there. So basically, all intents and purposes, this is basically a standard board from DAIWA, which I've just upgraded And as you see, the back of it's in pretty good condition. I think this is one of the earlier versions. I think, I'm not 100% sure. So that's that part. Move them all out of the road again. Whoops, no, hit that, stay there. The actual outer lens is in pretty good condition. It's just started to have a bit of discoloration in the lettering, but it hasn't got any major scratches or anything on it. The display itself, as you can see, has a little bit of a bend in it. The original bulbs that are normally within this, they're an elongated bulb that sits directly above those two grooves, and they're an incandescent bulb which generate a lot of heat, and this here is only that close to it, so that's why you see the buckling and everything in these. Sometimes it's actually a lot worse than this, so this one's actually in reasonable condition. So we shall move forward with these. In the little packet here I have all the needle and other bits and screws and bits and pieces, and the screws that actually hold this lens on. So I'm going to make a couple of short videos of this going together and whatnot. So yeah, also I've actually, and this one here as well, something else I forgot to mention. I've actually stripped the actual terminal block down, and it's got a few scratches on it now, damn it. I already had this partly together, and then these marks are where the screws are. So basically I've stripped this down, took all the actual screw terminals off and replaced them with ones from Kempro. The original ones on these were a flat blade and they're actually rusty, so they're all been redone and re-put in. When I stripped it all down, I cleaned it up and gave it a very, very mild clean up, and then I painted it with a clear, and then looks like I probably then marked it, but so it's in a lot better condition than it was. It was in quite bad condition. The numbers you could hardly read, so a bit of a clean up helps. And I'll put an earth symbol on the bottom here because there's an earth bolt on there now, which you probably can see here. We have an earth bolt coming through the chassis here, which is screwed off. So yeah, so okay, we shall move forward. I shall catch you in part 2, and that'll be coming up very shortly. Right. We're back. Okay, I went a little bit further than expected, but trying to juggle all the bits and pieces. So basically the PCB's in, the display assembly is in, I've done a bit of wiring, and I've plugged in the display illumination, the reflector is in, and the display is in. All I need to do now is just bolt things together. So there, we're up to this stage now, so just thought I'd show you it pulled apart. Trying to go around a bit more. Earth bolts on. It's got this little symbol on there. And of course, before I did, I had on the previous, when I first started, I should say, I actually put in a better lead, and I put in an approved right angle socket, plug I should say, not a socket. So there we go. There's our body regulator and everything sitting in there. It's all tight fit, but it's all good. There we are. We shall move forward in part 3. We're back. Okay, moving forward. The whole thing is in its enclosure, or I will say sub-chassis I should say. It's in the sub-chassis. I think is I've just put a few screws in, 3 screws in here to hold this in place. It's actually held in place by the LED just here. I put 3 screws in there just so I can get into the casing, which I'll show you next, into the lower housing. I'll leave the outer lens off for now because I've actually got to do an alignment, a pre-alignment. So basically we'll grab the, that's the top one, grab the lower casing, and we shall, this is definitely low, it says past the bottom, so okay. We'll, not a big fan of these casings, but it is what it is. We make do with what we've got. Turn him over. Put his feet on. I cleaned the feet up too as well, they'll come up nice and shiny. I think I must have grabbed the wrong screws. Yeah, I had to. Grab the wrong screws. That's the screws. Oh, no, drop it. That's a good idea. Off to a great start. Another few of those screws, because that's I've got the wrong ones. Definitely grabbed the wrong screws. Okay. They seem to be awfully, that one there seems to be awfully too long. Good English, awfully too long. Way too long. Now the screws that are here. Oh, here's what it is. Those ones there are just way too short. Yeah, these casings are not the best. They what I've just done. They just don't seem to be suited to the sub chassis that well. Get that one out of there, put this into here. Wow, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Grabbing the wrong screws again. That one. Last one was way too long. Oh, now I've sort of got this all in there, we can tighten these up now. Righty-righty. Always see the hump in the middle. I think there's a, I think these humps in the middle here. In the bottom, I just think they're too tall. That gives you a massive big there, you screw the legs down and this thing is... I might have a look at that. I shall catch you soon. We're back. Okay. I got to the bottom of it. Okay, in the bottom of the casing here, these 4 posts or raised sections are 4.5 mil, where these ones are only 3.5, so they're 1 millimeter higher. And that's why the casing was bending in the middle like that, and it was also trying to flex as it did the actual rubber feet up. They would pull up and push that out like that. It was under serious pressure. So I've gone through and I've ground with a little Dremel tool, ground off the tops of these back to 3.5 mil. And now, when it goes together, it seems to drop in a lot better. And it seems to sit a lot better. Okay, so now back to where we were before. Oh, now the holes want to line up now. They weren't lining up before because it was all pulled everywhere. So let's put these feet back in again. Let's see if it when I get them straight. Would be a good idea. There we go. It shouldn't now put a massive big dent in the middle of it, and everywhere else. Always seem to be hard to put these together. And now I know why. You learn something new every day, as they say. If you don't, whatever. Well, you little beggar. Oh, I missed it. Oh, get in there. Why don't you want to go in? Oh, totally missed it. I think probably did these up too tight, didn't I? That'd be about right. Get them all in before you do them up. Right. Because working around a camera you can't really see that well. Okay. Rightio, here we go. Now we have to do the feet up, and it shouldn't be pulling and pushing this everywhere. I guess what they did, they probably did the feet up very loose. Now I should be able to do them up tight. Rightio. Oh, nowhere near as much bend. Look at that. It's nearly straight. There we go, we solved that one issue. We shall move forward. Look at that. Even the top casing will probably go on now, much easier. Look at that. Lock everything in. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Rightio. Okay, I shall go and do some alignment and I shall be back. Rightio, we're back finally. We had a few hiccups. The actual thing didn't want to work properly, not a problem. So now we are back where we finished off. Back in the box again. Everything is now working. I'm going to show you it actually working as well. So yeah, we are in the box. I had to fix the box up itself. It's now, as I showed you before, it's nice and straight, not bent like a bloody banana. So yeah, it's basically all in there. So let's show you it working. Hang on. Oh, that's turned on. Yes, it is. Oh, help if I plug the potentiometer into the back of it would be a good idea. One little LED clips onto the terminals. Oops, sorry about that. Now we get it away. Righty-o. So just move it to the left. See me turning the actual potentiometer as well. I'll just lift it up like that so you actually can see the display. Display, focus. Let's because it's going a little bit faster than it would be normally, but final alignment will be when the rotator is attached to it. past north again, down to east. And down to south. Right, so we'll bring it back up to north, and then I will put the top casing on and put the lens on temporarily so it looks partly finished, because that'll come back on again when I do the alignment. So I'll put this all back together again. I'll turn him off. Put back up north. Yeah, and that's where we need to be. Okie dokie. Undo the power. Grab our top housing. And we'll slide him into place. Once I get the lighting thing aligned. Righty-o-ty. Put the screws in. Because this will be only temporary, but I know what I forgot to bring. Have me flat blade screwdriver for the lens. So I better go get that. So we undo. I put these in to hold the lens in position. So when you're assembling the whole thing, it doesn't actually misalign and everything. I hate flat blades, but these are like chromed, fully brushed, chrome brass, so it is what it is. These are the ones that came with it. Now, these screws are very hard to undo, so I might have to release the pressure on the legs a little bit. I think I've done the feet up, the legs, feet. I'm going to take these off as well. Undo the alligator clips. Just going to release the pressure on the feet just a little bit. Just going back, putting the lens in just a little bit easier. Oh, I didn't clean that up very well. Yeah. Would have been touching it, that's probably what it. Lens. Righty-o-ty. Right way around. I mentioned I hate flat blade screws. Jeez, I hate flat blade screws. Too easy to slip off. In this case, damage the actual lens, which is what you don't want. So I'm going to put them in there loosely for now. Just to show you what it looks like. Well, that one didn't go according to plan. Can get in there. Wow. There we go. Last one. Working on the camera with a screwdriver is not a good thing. Okay. I think that one has cross-threaded. Jeez, I hate flat blade screws. You are bloody kidding me. Oh, the other one fell out. Oh, yeah, that's bloody right. There you go. Okay. So there we are with the lens on. Put my light on that. There we go. I'm just plugging back in, turning on. Oh no, I can't turn him on. That's it. So we're got the top casing on. And you'll see more photos. There'll be more photos of this when I put this with the rotator. No worries. Catch you later. Wait. I'm back. It got the better of me. I replaced the flat plated screws with 4 stainless steel M3 by 6 screws, which is much easier to put on and not likely to scratch the lens when you slip off the darn flat blades. I just thought I'd show that to you. So now it's done. Catch up. Bye.